G'day, in this video tutorial we're going to talk about the time plan and how to do one for a major design project. Okay, so what is a time plan meant to be? It's a Gantt chart. So a Gantt chart's a graphical organizer, and what we do is we basically put down a heap of tasks on the left hand side of an Excel spreadsheet, and we kind of chunk our project into little bits. And then we figure out how long, well, we make a guess at how long we think it's going to take, and then as we're working on our project, we update it. So here's an example of one from last year. A little bit difficult to read since he printed this off and evaluated it over handwritten at the end of his project, so you don't need that yet. So he's broken it into 3 areas, and that's a good way to do it. Project proposal and management, project development and realization, and project evaluation. So probably a lot of us will have this as very similar at the top. However, this middle section really should be unique to your project. So this is the planning of your project, whereas this is the actually learning to do things and doing your project. And you'll see that he's got a key, so red is estimated time and green is actual time. And again, that can be whatever color scheme you want to work with. And he's got, green, yellowish, pinkish, and he's got terms and weeks. That's a perfect way to set up, and there is an ongoing evaluation. This is from a multimedia video campaign. This one is for an architectural project. So same thing, he's broken it into but 4 sections. Okay, so this top area, again, it's probably very similar, even though this is from almost 7 years ago, I think. Breaking down what he needs to do for an architectural project. Could be a little bit more specific still, but still he's made a decent attempt to break down his project into it, relating to an architectural project. And he's got a key at the top, and it's dark blue, light blue. He's got terms and weeks. All right, so that's what we're going to do. We'll do it right now. So you need to load up Excel. I've got Excel right here, and let's get at it. So essentially, this top one we'll just keep it as term, and this one we'll put as week. And we can fill this one out if we want to. So what we can do is we can say week 1, and this is year 11, this term, week 1. Or we can even just say W1, because if you look at the other ones, you'll notice that there's actually going to be a heap of weeks. So we want to either do the vertical text like this guy did, or even further, just W1, so we can have more lines across, more columns. Okay, so what I can do is W1, W2, and W3. And with this, because I've written 3, Excel's pretty interesting in that it's powerful and it will help do work for us. So I think we've got a 9-week term. So let's go across, and you can see W7 just below my cursor. 8, 9. Awesome. So now I can get these cells above, and I can click on merge and center, and I can press this, which sends the text to the middle, and this makes it vertical in the middle. And I just put in here term 4, right? And I can then do the same thing. Well, I might have a holidays, holidays, and I might even join these 2 together. Merge and center the text. And so then it's week 1 again, week 2. Let's assume it's a 10-week term, so week 3, and I'll just full screen this. So now that I've got this week 1, 2, 3, I can again just roll this out all the way through to 10. Great. And now I can select these cells up above, and I can merge and center again, text in the middle, and I'll call this term 1. Oops, term 1. And you can call this term 1 and then that term 2 if you'd like, up to you. You could even put breakdown that's year 11 and that's year 12. Okay, so I don't need to show how to do the rest of that. I think that kind of makes sense for you. So I can delete that, and I can delete that. So next up, what we want to do is start thinking about what tasks we've got. So I might just load up the, I could look up the student booklet, which will show me the tasks that I've got to put at the front. So I'll send that there. Great. So I can put down, I could do a SWOT analysis. Okay, so these are the tasks I need to do. And what I'm going to do is leave a space underneath. SWOT analysis, I'm going to do secondary research. I'm going to do PMI of existing, target market survey research, whatever you want to put, design brief, right? And you guys have done these already. Areas of investigation, criteria to evaluate success, finance plan, time plan, which is this, and an action plan, which we'll cover next lesson. So now that I've got these, what I'm going to do is just resize this cell, so I can put my mouse up here and just grab it and stretch. So I'm left click and drag across. And for each of these, what I'm going to do is select, and I'm going to do that merge and center again. Merge and center, and now I'll put the text in the middle. Bang. And this is what we do. This is the trick to using Excel as a graphical planner. Okay, so we have basically this top row will be the proposed, and that will be our actual. Merge and center. Okay, I don't need to do all of this on camera for you, right? Just repeat that. Join it. So now, let's say the SWOT analysis. Pick a color scheme that you want to work with. Something else we can also do, so I might do it now, is I might just grab this term, and basically these cells are bigger than they need to be. So I might just select them, right click and go to column width. And I don't know, this is just a guess. Instead of making it 8, I'm going to try and make it half the size, and let's just say 4 and see what happens. Awesome. That's exactly what I want, because now I can pretty much do, like Minecraft art type of thing, just having little blocks everywhere. Okay, so let's say that my SWOT analysis was meant to take 1 week. I can go to Format Cells and Fill, and I'm going for the LA Lakers this year, so I might do purple and gold. So purple is my proposed, and then I might say that this is my actual. Okay, probably easier if you just do the proposed once at a time, then you get your color palette set up. So secondary research was meant to happen, this kind of time, and the PMI of existing was kind of meant to be here, and I'm just, not being super accurate with this. This is just for our video. Okay, so I've put in my proposed, and then once you've done it, you can then put in what your actual is. Try and be truthful with this, please. There's nothing gained by by lying about it. And if you look at this guy, for example, he proposed he was going to get a heap of tasks done here, but he didn't, and that's fine. And in fact, if you don't stick to it, it's a lot easier to write your ongoing evaluation. I had the best intentions, however, I didn't quite do it. I was going to do a course over the Christmas holidays. I was going to do a Udemy online course and learn how to program. I was going to go visit an architect and learn how to do architectural modeling. I was going to go do a metalsmithing course, but didn't happen, and that's a reason for a delay, and that's fine. I'll do a target market as well. Okay, so already this is looking pretty good. Next, I'm just going to put in all of these little lines so that everything makes sense. So I'll just grab these again. I'm going to resize, so select the cells, right click up the top, column width. 4 was a good guess. Okay. What I can now do is select all of the cells that I'm working with and come up the top, up to here, press this little down button, and I'm going to put all borders. And that is how we do a time plan. This will need to get inserted, and probably the easiest way is to keep this document and save it somewhere safe so you can keep accessing it, because you need to come back to it later on. And ultimately it will get probably a screenshot into your PowerPoint portfolio, and then evaluation at the bottom. One last thing is you might want to look at what this guy's got, these vertical things, and those are called milestones. Okay, so he's got a few different ones. So we've got our Dragon's Den is due on week 7. So what we could do is we could select all of these cells, and we can merge and center, and we can do this, and we can put in Dragon's Den or Assessment 1. Right, now I can't see the text, so I can right click and go to Format Cells, and I can go to Alignment, and I can just get this text and drag it either that way or down 90 degrees. Great. And again, I might give that a color so it pops out. Thinking about a color that might be pleasant with that. Probably should look at the color wheel. Yeah, that looks like it should match pretty well. Okay, this is how we do a time plan. Further, what you need to do here is just break your project down into other tasks. If you decide you want to put in the project proposal and you've already done work, you could click up the top on here and you could insert. Now you've got something on the left. You could then you could again merge and center and then put the text in of project proposal. And then again, how do we rotate the text? We right click, format cells, alignment, and bring it over. And we could then squeeze this text down so it's not quite so big. Space will be a premium on this page. Okay, so now you want to start looking at what other things will you have. So you'll be researching existing products, right? Existing products. This is generic stuff for now. Oh, products. And then I dare say you'll start doing material research, software research, and right now it's almost up to beginning your ideation. So design, and whatever that might be. For some it might be design table, design house, design logo. Sometimes that's a good way to start. Design iconography for an app. Right? And you might be doing that while you're learning to code, learning to weld, learning to laser cut. All of these different things are what we have as a big list coming down, everything that's appropriate to your project. Okay? You're probably going to have, let's say, aim for, 10 things here. Okay? Aim for about 10 things. You're not going to know all of them, and that's okay. Just have a bit of a go at doing a couple of bits here, like what I have. But do have all of this first term ready, please, because this will be expected at this week 7 submission. All right. Thank you.